What's good, y'all? Welcome back. I'm your host, LJ. This is Casual Takes, and today we're going to talk about George Pickens to the Cowboys. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that. I will have camera on in the next video, green screen, all that. I just wanted to get this out in a timely fashion, so let's get right into it. So the trade details were George Pickens to the Cowboys for a third-round pick. There was also a day 3 pick swap in there. I like the deal for both sides. And let me tell you why, starting with the Cowboys. So first of all, we know Dak has always been at his best when he has a guy that he can throw 50-50 balls to. Earlier in his career was Michael Gallup, and he started getting hurt. And they haven't really replaced Michael Gallup with anybody who has his type of skill set. To go out and get George Pickens, who's one of the best contested catch ball winners in the league, I'll put up some of his highlights. He has, to put it in Madden terms, he has 99 spectacular catch. It's ridiculous. And he's a guy whose route tree is limited, and that's going to pair very well with CeeDee Lamb, who can run any route. So Pickens is going to be your X. You can move CeeDee all around the formation. You got Jake Ferguson as another reliable target. The only question I have with that Cowboys offense is the running back position. They have Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams right now. Both guys are completely washed. I need to see them improve at running back before I can say they're going to be doing anything great on offense. But I do think their passing game will be much improved with Tyler Booker at guard, George Pickens at wide receiver. Yeah, they should be pretty solid. I also like that they're only giving up a third-round pick here because if it ends up being a rental, they're going to get a comp pick back. And so at the very worst, you're only moving down a few spots in the third round. Absolutely love that. Yeah, so I like the move for Dallas. I think this drastically improves their floor. Not sure about their ceiling just because the run game is going to be quite bad with those running backs. Don't care how good your O-line is. Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders in 2025 is just not going to get it done. From the Steelers' point of view, though, I also like the trade. Getting a top 100 pick back for a guy that you knew was not going to be on the roster next year. I love that. I'm sure some Steelers fans are complaining, but DK and Pickens have pretty similar skill sets. As far as these are not guys that are going to run the entire route tree. These are both vertical threats. Pickens is a little different than DK. Pickens is not the freak athlete. He's more of a contested catch guy, whereas DK is just going to run past people. So I like kind of diversifying this skill set at wide receiver. The only question I do have is, what is this pass game, bro? You do not have a quarterback as of right now. I'm assuming they're talking to Aaron Rodgers still. But it's like, dog, it's bare bones out there outside of DK, man. You got Calvin Austin, who is my guy. I do like Calvin Austin quite a bit. You got Roman Wilson, who gave you absolutely nothing last year. And the rest are nobodies. Like, there's nobody there, man. And then for you to also not have a QB on the roster right now, dog, I think even if you are going to go out and get Aaron Rodgers, you should have still drafted a guy, right? Because we saw what Rodgers did with Love. Obviously, none of these quarterbacks outside of Cam Ward are as talented as Love. But, man, I'm not really sure what direction you're going in, especially after 2025. Maybe they don't sign Rodgers and they just end up bottoming out. I like that a lot for them because this is projected to be a good QB class. Hopefully, they can go out and get my guy Lenore Sellers. But, yeah, I'm just not sure what that offense is. Well, not the offense. We know what Arthur Smith likes to do. He likes to run the ball. They got two good backs. They got a fantastic O-line. I just don't know how they're going to put the ball in the air, man. You have one receiver. You have no quarterback. I don't get it. Although it did kind of sound like I was hating that last segment, I do think that this makes sense. Like, for the reasons I said earlier, you're shipping off a guy that you don't think is going to be here in 2026 for a top 100 pick. I like that process a lot. Especially if they are planning on just bottoming out. Maybe Aaron Rodgers retires and it'll be like, oh, that was our only QB option. Time to go get Marcus Mariota or something like that. I don't even know if he's on the roster, but yeah. Do like this a lot for the Steelers. Do like this a lot for the Cowboys. If I have to grade it for both teams, I give this A for the Cowboys just because, I mean, there's no risk involved. And I'll probably give this a B+ for the Steelers, depending on what direction they go at quarterback. All right, y'all, that was all my thoughts on the Pickens trade. This was an impromptu episode. Next time, I'm going to have all of my equipment set up. And we're going to be talking about the UFC pay-per-view that's upcoming. I'm going to also give y'all my parlay of the day. That's going to be the first parlay of the day in that UFC video. Yeah. That's about it, y'all. Brock Purdy video coming soon as well. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I might have already said that. I don't remember. And with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.